Hi everyone. Thank you very much to be here and to see the next speech about mindfulness and the age of AI. We are so happy to have here Alejandro Bravo because yeah, we are partners in Talan. We work together and it's a pleasure to work with him. And I'm so interested how he can merge all his experience in business, all his experience in technical and consulting, and merge with a fantastic topic that is mindfulness and AI. And okay, I invite him to introduce himself. Okay, let's go with Alejandro.
Hello, how are you?
Hi Alejandro, how are you?
I'm very good. It's a pleasure to be here with you and with our global audience.
Yeah, people from all over the world can see these talks. The teams are now working in the challenge of the hackathon and in this weekend. And yeah, there is a talk that we are interested to talk about it, about how AI can adapt and can introduce in different worlds and different profiles and different sectors in the business and in their personal lives. And when I discovered that you can merge the two worlds of mindfulness and AI, I'm so interested to hear it and to learn about that. And yeah, and this for that, I'm so interested to talk with you in this time.
It's going to be a great pleasure to have this conversation. I can't wait.
Okay, I have a little bit questions about that, and for the audience to know more about you, can you introduce a little bit your background for the people from the Talent Global Hackathon?
Sure, absolutely. Well, my professional experience combines 22 years leading customer experience, innovation, transformation, program management, and large operation teams for Fortune 500 companies like Citi, HSBC, Walmart, G-Money, American Express, and Beckton Dickinson, with 16 years experience as senior executive coach and mindfulness teacher. I am currently the Talan Mexico country manager, where we are positioning the firm as the smartest option for IT nearshoring in the Americas. I'm also an active writer, speaker about wellness, mindfulness, and mental health in the corporate arena. And I'm also very excited to share that I'm writing a book that should be ready around January. The title is going to be Infused: 10 Leadership Challenges Navigated and Overcome by Successful Business Leaders through mindfulness. I also hold a BSc in Industrial and Systems Engineering, an MSc in Quality and Productivity, and I attained Harvard Business School alumni status by completing the program for leadership development. That's pretty much, Javi.
Yeah, and that's so interesting for sure. And well, how can you say from the people and the audience that how should embark one person in mindfulness? Can you share your personal story or your
Yes.
possible to do it?
I would love to do that, and that is a great question. Well, it was actually several years ago that I was heading up a large operations team, and believe me, we were hitting every single goal, being able to foster a high performance culture among the team. And personally, I was rated as a top performer. But one night I found myself waking up in the middle of the night having a panic attack. That was the first time that I had the courage to visit a psychiatrist. I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and burnout. We also discovered that I was striving with four challenges of today's society: distractibility, a sense of loneliness, negative self talk, and loss of meaning and purpose. So, in parallel to the therapy sessions, my doctor prescribed me medication, and he also recommended me to embark on meditation. To be honest, I was very skeptical at the beginning, but I can tell you that since the very first week that I started my meditation practice, I promised myself two things. Meditation would accompany me the rest of my life, and I would be a relentless advocate of its benefits within the corporate arena.
And no, so interesting. And how can you? What is for you? How you can define mindfulness for you? And
Yeah.
it's a tool for any professional, or it's a tool only for personal life, or only for one type of
Mhm.
professionals?
I think that the best way we can explain mindfulness is with a brief exercise. So I'm going to ask the audience, and also I'm going to ask you, Javi, uh, some questions, and I would like you to write down your responses in a piece of paper, right? And this is going to be the question number one. So the question is, what are your current emotions, thoughts, narratives, or body sensations? Take some seconds to truly identify your current emotions, thoughts, narratives, or body sensations. And let's take some seconds so you can do that, and all the audience, our global audience, can do that. Let's take some seconds. Okay, so the next question is going to be, how many of you think that these emotions, thoughts, narratives, and body sensations that you are experiencing right now, you are experiencing them right now, could shape any decision you could make today? What can be the impact of those emotions, thoughts, and narratives on any decision that you can make today? Take some seconds to record and to write down a yes or no. Okay. I can tell you, Javi, that when I ask this question to people in different forums, 90% of them, 90, tell me that their current emotions, thoughts, narratives, and body sensations would have a huge impact on the decision they could make today. The next question is going to be, do you think that taking a pause right before making a decision to identify your emotions, thoughts, narratives, and body sensations, and maybe to realize what is factual and what is not, could somehow serve you to make a better decision? Take some seconds again to write down a yes or no. Okay, I can tell you again, Javi, that 90% of people tell me that taking that time to make a pause can definitely serve them in a very specific moment. So the last question is going to be, when was the last time that you did a similar exercise? I mean, consciously taking a pause to identify your emotions, thoughts, narratives, or body sensations. Take some seconds again to write down your answer. So let me share some statistics with you. Normally, 50% of people tell me that they have never done a similar exercise. 25% tell me that they have done it at least once, and 25% tells me that they have a regular practice in which they actually check in. But the truth is that for the majority of people, this is not a regular practice. There is no other path to mindfulness than meditation. So, having a disciplined meditation practice will allow you to avoid responding immediately to a specific stimulus, and to take some seconds to identify and be aware of your thoughts, emotions, narratives, body sensations, to respond in a more conscious and maybe in a smarter way. That is pretty much what mindfulness is. And it should be considered a superpower because think about this. In a tremendous competitive environment like the one we live at, organizations need to raise the bar year after year in terms of additional revenue, sustainable profitability, customer satisfaction and emotional connection, leveraging digital transformation, attracting and retaining talent, and also assessing risk effectively. And at the same time, I have a couple of facts for you. Science tells us that the average span of attention of the human brain is only 8 seconds. Only 8 seconds. The second number one, second number nine, you're gonna be thinking about something else. And there's another fact. Science also tells us that 47% of the time our minds are wandering. So having said that, it seems heavy like everything is set to avoid taking a conscious pause. Everything might be set to generate more stress, more anxiety, more depression if we don't take care about our mental health. Thereby, there's no question at all. Mindfulness should be considered as a great superpower.
Interesting. And maybe there is a more additional benefits that maybe you can talk about this discipline for the people who meditate.
Yes, absolutely. There is a reason, Javi, that companies like Google, Apple, McKinsey, EY, SAP, and Salesforce have teams 100% dedicated to these kind of programs. There is no magic behind mindfulness. It's all about scientific research. I would strongly recommend someone that is still skeptical about mindfulness to review the research from organizations like the American Mindfulness Research Association, so you can dissipate some doubts. When you ask people that have a meditation practice, hey, why do you meditate? And maybe we can share the presentation, Javi, so we can share this graphic with the audience. Yeah. So 84% of the people might tell you that it helps them to reduce stress and anxiety. 53% might tell you that it helps to improve concentration and memory. 52% might tell you that it helps improving performance at work. 39% might tell you that it helps increasing energy. And 30% might tell you that it helps with general health and wellness. And you know what? They are completely right. And maybe we can move to the next slide.
You have to move it in this case.
Okay. Second. Yes. So they are completely right because scientific research has shown us that mindfulness practice has profound effects on our brains, bodies, and overall well-being. Disciplined meditators may expect these benefits. Improves mood through an increase of dopamine and serotonin. Reduces stress, anxiety, and depression through a reduction on cortisol and adrenaline. Improves sleep quality through an increase on melatonin. Prevents premature aging and improves immune systems due to a stabilization and eventually an increase on an hormone called DHEA. Improves focus, concentration, creativity, and relaxation through brain waves synchronization. And it also promotes an increase on the speed to process information by the gerification process. Let me move my slide. Okay.
Yes.
So when this happens with our brains and bodies, the corporate arena can definitely expect some benefits too. These are actually the results of a mindfulness program that I delivered to a team of 125 people after 4 weeks of having completed the program. The top four benefits were an increase on employee focus, emotional intelligence, and reduction of stress and burnout, followed by a reduction on conflict, better relationships, sense of meaning and purpose, and better communication. And the bottom four, but still very relevant, were employee engagement, problem solving, creativity, and productivity. And we can stop presenting the slides.
Okay. Oh, so interesting because yeah, I meditate sometimes, not in a constant, in a with a discipline,
Mhm.
but yeah, sometimes my body needs to have a stop, and normally I have my own meditation, my closed eyes, breathe in conscience, and all that part when you talk with us and talk about, okay, I have something to say about mindfulness in relationship with AI. I can imagine this relationship and how you can how in the concept, no, in the
Yeah.
context of this AI, how you can merge this idea for the future.
Absolutely. That is a very relevant question. And actually, the Talan Global Hackathon is a great example on how mindfulness can serve, for instance, artificial intelligence. No, and I can tell you the synergy between mindfulness and AI-driven interactions and applications is profound and holds immense promise. Mindfulness, at its core, encourages heightened awareness, emotional intelligence, and ethical discernment. All of them qualities that are essential in the development and utilization of AI technologies for the greater good. In the context of AI driven interactions, mindfulness can enable more empathetic and responsive digital companions. By fostering emotional intelligence, AI systems can better understand and adapt to users' emotional states, creating more meaningful and supportive interactions, particularly in healthcare, therapy, or customer service applications. Furthermore, mindfulness can aid in reducing AI bias and discrimination by encouraging developers to critically examine their own biases and assumptions. Mindfulness can lead to a fairer AI algorithms, ensuring that AI driven decisions are less likely to perpetuate societal inequalities. In applications such as mental health support, mindfulness based interventions delivered through AI can provide accessible and personalized assistance, promoting emotional well being on a larger scale. Additionally, in education, AI can adapt its teaching methods to suit students' emotional states, enhancing the learning experience. In sum, Javi, I think that mindfulness enriches AI driven interactions by infusing them with empathy, ethical awareness, and emotional intelligence, making them more human centric and aligned with societal well being. This powerful combination has the potential to revolutionize numerous fields, contributing to a more compassionate, equitable, and ethically sound AI landscape.
Yeah, and can you provide some examples of metrics of measurable positive impact about mindfulness?
You know what? Today, building real world instances where mindfulness integration has yielded measurable benefits in AI applications. Uh, for instance, a study conducted by the National Institute of Mental Health found that AI driven mental health chatbots incorporating mindfulness techniques reduce anxiety and depression symptoms by an average of 20% in users over a 3 month period. This highlights the tangible impact on users' well-being. In the realm of education, a recent report by UNESCO demonstrated that AI-enhanced learning platforms leveraging mindfulness-based adaptations led to a 30% increase in student engagement and a 15% improvement in academic performance across diverse socioeconomic backgrounds. These figures underscore the potential of mindfulness infused AI to enhance education outcomes. Moreover, in the context of AI ethics, a survey conducted by the AI Ethics Institute found that organizations implementing mindfulness training for AI developers reported, listen to this, reported a 40% reduction in the incidence of unintentional algorithmic bias, thereby promoting fairer and more equitable AI systems. I think, Javi, that these examples underscore the quantifiable advantages of integrating mindfulness into AI driven systems and applications, emphasizing its capacity to foster user well being, improve learning outcomes, and enhance also ethical considerations.
So interesting. And yeah, the last question. I'm interested in can you provide for the people that never meditate or not, don't know anything about that? Can we make a little bit of meditation, a little taste?
Oh, I would love to do that. Absolutely, Heavy. And let's invite all our global audience to have this practice with us. No, so I invite you to find a comfortable seated position without crossing your legs, resting the palm of your hands on your legs, allowing your body to settle into a state of relaxation, and reminding this intention of being present in the next minutes. If you feel comfortable, gently close your eyes or lower your gaze. And we're going to start with three very deep and mindful breaths. We are going to practice them with full awareness and with beginner's mind. Like this was the very first time that you are paying attention to your breath. So let's start with breath number one. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling how the air fills your lungs, how the air expands your abdomen. Hold the breath for 3 seconds and then slowly exhale through your mouth, letting go of any tension or stress. Feel the release as the breath leaves your body. So let's take a second deep breath, doing exactly the same. And a third and final breath. So the first step is going to be to become aware of how distracted your mind can be in this moment. So try to identify the emotions, the thoughts, the narratives that are happening right now on your mind. The second step in any meditation will be to gently release the focus on how distracted your mind is right now, to bring your attention, in this case, to the sounds around us. Bring your attention to the sounds around us without judging them as pleasant or unpleasant. Maybe you can focus on the richness and diversity of these sounds. Maybe you can hear soft whispers, distant hums, or maybe your own breath. Remember that 47% of the time our minds are wandering, and the average span of attention of the human brain is only 8 seconds. So this means that it will be completely normal if at some point your mind is distracted again. That is actually the way our brain works. The important thing is to identify the exact moment in which this distraction is happening so you can bring gently your attention back to the sounds around us. Pay attention to each sound as it arises and fades away. Allow the sounds to simply be without trying to change them or without trying to control them. This is what the meditation practice looks like. This is the discipline that takes. As we finish with this brief meditation practice, gently release your focus on the sounds and return your attention to this space. Take a deep breath and open your eyes slowly, embracing the awareness, the stillness within you that arises from this practice. Thank you.
So fine, so wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Alex, for all these minutes and the meditation, the final. I hope the people from the audience make this meditation. I feel so pleasure doing it, and thank you very much again for being here, for share your experience, share your knowledge, and thank you. And yeah, have a good meditation day.
And if I may, I would like to share some final words, Javi. And I want to share this message as a business leader that witnessed the benefits of mindfulness. The message that I have for our global audience is I invite you to carry the seeds of mindfulness, nurture them through regular practice, and witness the extraordinary transformation they can bring to your professional journey. Embrace the power of presence, empathy, and resilience, for they hold the key to creating a world where mindfulness and compassionate leadership are the new guiding principles. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you, Alejandro.